Yo, what is going on, everyone? This is Austin from Calling Our Shot. If you're new here, this is our daily live stream at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm always here breaking down any picks that you guys got, so always feel free to join the live streams. If this is your first time, click that like and subscribe button. Like I said, I'm normally here every single day at 6 p.m. So there's a lot of questions, and we're going to get some people in here real quick. Let me just send out this link to everyone out there, and we're gonna get this rolling. But yeah, we'll fire it up in a couple minutes. If you want to fast forward a couple minutes, that's where we'll be up to date. But yeah, what up, Tom Tom Thibodeau? Are you the real one? I have a question. What made you choose Tom Thibodeau as your name? That's pretty cool. Unless you are Tom Thibodeau, then shout out to you. Big win last night against the Magic. But yeah, thanks everyone for piling on in. Let me just edit a couple different things and get this show on the road so we can get even more people in here. Yeah, how's everyone's day been? My day's been pretty wild. I'm happy that it's the weekend. I won't lie to you. I'm very happy that the weekend is here. It has been a long week, and we can talk about that in just a second. What up, Lorenzo? The OGs are already here. I swear you guys have like post notifications on or something like that. Do you guys have the bell on? Do you guys have the like subscriber bell on? I've never used it before. I was just curious. I know fun enough. If you do not know, on YouTube you can actually see how many people have the subscriber bell. So it's pretty cool to see. You get to see exactly how many people have it. What up, Evan? How's it going, everyone? But yeah, you get to see exactly how many people have like the bell on for your videos. And honestly, I have no idea. If you don't have the bell on, you're welcome to turn it on. It's not something I, normally think about. But yeah, I think like 80 to 100 people have the subscriber bell on. So it's kind of cool. Jurassic World app. I've never heard of this Jurassic World app. Do tell more. I'm excited to learn more about what this Jurassic World app has to offer to the public. Yeah, you see, you're part of the Bell Gang. Hey, no, I don't really have subscriber notifications on for anyone, but I see people have them on, and I guess it's cool. It's cool to look at all the analytics behind the channel and the growth. I mean, it's already. I can't say it enough. Thank you, everyone that not only subscribes but watches the videos. Yeah, it is wild. I guess just for the people in here already. Yeah, you're about to start playing that Jurassic World app. Yeah, we're at 1,235 subscribers right now. For reference, this time last month, we'll do last month, exactly a month ago. The app is addicting. This is a PSA. I need to get partnered by Jurassic World app. But what up, Steven? What up, Tina? Do I like the under for the Nets game? I would want to check to see how they fared against the Magic. The Magic, I know, can't score a lot of points, but the Nets do. The Nets can score at will, but the Magic are pretty depleted. So, I mean, if I had to pick one side, I always tend to pick the under for the Nets games. Or no, not for Nets games, for Magic games. Excuse me, but that's more of a hunch. I would have to look at how they've played. I know the last time they played, it was like 132 to like 97, or it's like a 30-plus point blowout. So something you gotta kind of look at. Michael Porter Jr. over 16.5. I love that bet. I'm expecting to get burned by Michael Porter Jr. tonight. I did put 2 units on his player prop over for points and rebounds, so that's probably a guarantee that he's going to burn me. But he's had, I think, 17 plus points in 6 straight games, something like that. 20 plus points in 5 straight games. Yeah, the Harden triple-double, it scared me too. I saw that triple-double and a win odds boost on FanDuel, so you don't love that for the parlay of the day, or one of my long shot parlays of the day. But those are a long shot anyways. If a long shot, it just has to hurdle the odds boost, I guess, which is arguably even harder. But shout out to all the growth on the channel. Shout out to everyone in there. If you haven't clicked the like button, that really helps us grow this channel out a lot. For some numbers, if my numbers people out there, exactly a month ago today, exactly a month ago, we were sitting at 305 subscribers. And now we are almost over 1,000. Well, we're almost have gained 1,000 subscribers in less than a month. That is absolutely wild, insane. I mean, the last couple days we've been gaining over 100 subscribers. Today we've gained 54 subscribers. So shout out to everyone that's not only liking the videos, commenting, sharing it with your friends. Really couldn't do it without you guys. Does mean a lot. Now I'm going to get into some questions. I see those rolling in. So let me pull up the chat and we will dive right into these. We'll even talk about March Madness. How are you guys liking March Madness so far? Oral Roberts with a surprise win. Happy to see it. Never been a big Ohio State fan, so I'm happy to see upsets in the tournament. They were the 15 seed to advance and beat a 2 seed. Evan, the odds boost he's talking about, FanDuel. If you don't use FanDuel Sportsbook, and a lot of people don't because it's only available to certain states, but the odds boost he's referring to is there is occasionally every day they'll take one bet and they'll say, you know what, we're going to boost this bet. Let's say the bet is like plus 120. We're going to boost it to 160. And then that will be the odds. That's your odds boost. We have come to the determination that they never hit. They always have the fix in, whether it's like LeBron last night, LeBron's 100th triple-double. They odds boosted up. He didn't even get near that. So once you see an odds boost out there, it's like you got to fade it. And that's what he's talking about. Tonight, James Harden triple-double and a Brooklyn Nets win is an odds boost. All right, let's get into your questions. Yeah, Lorenzo. Yeah, we're all in on MPJ. I'm ready to get hurt. Mavs, Celtics, Heat, and Syracuse. I feel like a lot of people are on Syracuse. So, I don't know. I feel like a lot of people are on Syracuse. So, it's hard for me to back them. As you saw, a lot of people are on Michigan State, and you see how that worked. But Mavs, I do think the Mavs should win tonight against the Blazers. That'll be a toss-up. That game's arguably a pick-em. The Celtics lose to the Kings. They're officially on a bet list that I will never bet on them ever again. And then the Heat, you already know I like the Heat to cover. What do you think about Suns Timberwolves over under 232.5? Oddly enough, I feel like the under hits. I don't know why. I'm leaning the under, just like you are, AJ. It's kind of like what we did, what was it? Maybe 2 or 3 nights ago. And the Hornets versus Kings. So I believe that might have been the matchup. And I think, no, actually it was, I don't remember the matchup exactly, but it was basically the night before they had smashed the over, and then Vegas came out and put the same exact odds, same exact line, just identical to the Suns game, and they went well below the under. So that's why I'm kind of leaning the under on that Suns versus Timberwolves game. Wouldn't mind parlaying it with the Suns victory. I do think the Suns win pretty handily tonight. I'd even probably take their first quarter. I think they're -4 in the first quarter. I'd consider taking that. I think they can win that. Any Oral fans in here, they are actually a lot more balanced of a team than Ohio State. Yeah. Now, Oral Roberts showed out. They had those 2 players. I can't remember their names. Abonar. I don't remember. I didn't watch much of the game. I watched it I watched overtime because that's when I got home from work. But yeah, Oral Roberts looked good, and they have a chance. They're going up against Florida Gators in the second round, in the round of 32, and they could easily advance past the Florida Gators. We could see Oral Roberts, a 15 seed in the second round, or in the third round, Sweet 16, just like we saw FGCU. Was Florida Gulf Coast, were they the last 15 seed to make it that far? I don't remember. I love the app. I downloaded it, and everyone's so helpful. Tina, that's awesome. I'm really happy you're enjoying Discord. There was a lot of people in there. There's a lot of people in our Discords. Does anyone have the accurate number for how many? Here, I'll look at it. There's 26 people active right now. 226 people to be exact. That's wild. There's so many people in there. A lot of commotion going on in the Discord. But hey, it's really good. If you haven't joined the Discord, I definitely recommend it. Probably a lot of these people that are in the chat are in there too, and they have a lot of questions. They can answer your questions. Obviously, I'm always here to answer your guys' questions, but I wouldn't always take my advice. You guys are just as smart as I am. You guys should do as much research as I do. There's a lot of things you can do, and that would be one of them. Downloading the Discord would definitely help you out. As for my day, how are you guys doing? Today's been a long day. It's been a long week, as you guys have seen. The growth on this channel has been insane, to say the least, but It's been fun. I really didn't expect the channel to grow this well. Like I know we have been on a hot streak sort of, and I expected some more people to come in, but did not expect that many people to join the channel all at once. We've gained, I think, 300 or 400 subscribers. No, easily more than that. Probably like almost 500 subscribers in 3 to 4 days. Um, it's crazy. Thank you guys again. I can't say thank you enough. Dream come true. Always wanted to start making YouTube videos. Always have done betting, and then we just kind of combined them into one, and that's where we are. But leave your comments or leave your questions in the chat. We can talk about some NCAA basketball. I know I released my video yesterday about my picks for the NCAA basketball, and I'm gonna go check how those are doing. I have not really. It's been a busy day, so I've not really checked how my picks are doing. Granted, I keep in mind I do not pay much attention to college basketball, although it is a lot of fun to watch. Just don't pay a lot of attention to it. But I had Virginia Tech. They sold hard. I had Colgate. They are terrible. Drexel, terrible. Texas Tech and the Utah State under. Hit that. Oral Roberts, I was close. Tennessee, Oregon State under. And then we got Baylor. Does Baylor cover 25.5? Bulls, Nuggets over. Bulls, Nuggets over 225. You know, it's hard to gauge the Nuggets because some games they go absolutely wild and they score a ton of points, and the other games they're in an absolute pillow fight. But I don't know how to advise. Let's dive into some numbers. Let me get some sites pulled up. Yeah, watch first half and then over second half. Boom. Yeah. All right. Let's pull up these numbers. The Bulls. Let's see. The Bulls as an away team this year, over-unders as an away team for the Bulls, they are 20. Oh no. The Bulls as an away team, they're 9-7 over-unders, so the overs hit 9 times, unders hit 10 or 7, and then as a home team, the Nuggets have hit 12 of 7 or 12 of 19. So, I would take the over just because, it's the Bulls, Nuggets. Both teams can shoot pretty well, but that's another one that's a toss-up. I don't like it as much as the Grizzlies Warriors under or the Detroit Pistons versus Houston Rockets under. Those are kind of my two that I'm looking at the most. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of upsets. We already had Oral Roberts predict the biggest upset the rest of today. There are a ton of games on tonight. You got Houston. Houston's a 20-point favorite. That would be wild. Purdue is 7.5-point favorite. More West Virginia. I could see West Virginia losing outright. That's my pick. I think West Virginia could lose outright. A lot of people are on the Winthrop versus Villanova. Winthrop is 23-1, so you never really know. Sorry, I saw your Wiggins comment. Wiggins over at 20.5. Sorry I didn't get to that. I saw it above. Wiggins 20.5. You'd think 20.5. He should be able to hit that. Check what he did against the Hornets game. I did not see what Wiggins did against the Hornets that one time. Here, let me pull it up real quick. We will look at this. Wiggins, last time Stephen Curry was out, then I'd be curious to see how he did that game. Because obviously, you think Steph Curry's out, which is why I'm betting the under, because I don't think the Warriors can score points. But the last time Curry was out, which I believe was Charlotte, Wiggins only had 17, or no. He had 19 points. So, he should get close to it. I don't know. It's hard for me to trust Wiggins. He's great and all. He's okay. But Oh, I didn't know Oubre was out too. Yeah. Yeah, I'd probably. Someone's got to shoot it. It's not being Draymond Green. That's for damn sure. Nico Mannion might chuck up a couple of them, but I would take Wiggins over. If Oubre and Curry are both out, someone's got to score. Right? He's gonna at least attempt 20 shots. They got to get him the ball. I'd probably take his over as well. You don't think Oral Roberts blows the next one? They're obviously on a grind. Yeah, no. I think Oral Roberts. Don't quote me. I think Oral Roberts we could easily see them in the Sweet 16. They could beat Florida. It wouldn't surprise anyone. Florida didn't play exceptionally well today, and so it's not gonna surprise me at all. Yeah, take the under on the Warriors game. That's what I'm riding. Loyola, Chicago. I assume they have just wrapped up. I know they were beaten by Georgia Tech It was the Ramble and Wreck of Georgia Tech versus the Ramblers. I assume based on your comments that the Ramblers got them. Let's check final score. Oh, the final score. Oh, yep, they won by 11. That's a shame. Georgia Tech, though, great season for them. Glad that they made the tournament. They haven't made the tournament in who knows how long. Brogdon over 19.5 points, or Sabonis 7.5 assists. I'd probably side on the Sabonis side. Sabonis has killed it in assists recently. You'd have to look at his game log. He's been hitting this probably 5, 6, 7 straight games. Sure, the Heat are good, but I think Sabonis can get the 8 assists. They're using him a lot more as a facilitator. And while I do expect this game to be pretty low scoring, I think Sabonis, I'd like him more. Brogdon is questionable. I don't know who the Heat are going to put on him defensively. And Brogdon is always a liability to just clank it up. And then you're just out of money because he goes like 3 for 12. And then that's the end of your game. But just to save ourselves, let's look at Malcolm Brogdon's points recently. Now I say it, Brogdon's been killing it lately. 24, 24, 25, 29, 10, 29, and 20. They're both honestly not terrible bets if you look at it that way. Have they played Miami this year? This is normally what I look for. Have they played Miami? They have not. So I guess for me to make this bet, I would want to look at how Brogdon has done against the Heat in the past, as well as what the Heat give up on average to opposing point guards. If I'm not mistaken, the Heat aren't necessarily the best team against opposing point guards, but they did, I believe, just kind of limit Ja Morant to a bad game. So, that is a now that I look at it, the Heat do give up the least points per game to opposing point guards. Yeah, like I said, I'd probably side with Sabonis. How do the Heat match up against assists to big men? The Heat do give up the second most assists to opposing power forwards at almost 5 a game. So yeah, like I said, I'm probably leaning with Brogdon personally. That's just my thoughts. You do you. Thoughts on Miles Plumlee over 9.5 rebounds, Jeremy Grant over 23.5 points, Christian Wood over 18.5. Out of all three of those, I like the Christian Wood one the most. Obviously, I talked about it in my daily video in the morning. Christian Wood revenge game. I think he bounces back. Well, not just bounces back, he is back. And he had 21 points last game. No reason for him not to score 19 points tonight. If the Rockets are smart, they will just match up with him. And it's going to be a little revenge. He's going to try to go crazy on him, and I think he can do it. Jeremy Grant over 23.5. This is one of the best lines in sports, or in the NBA. I swear Jeremy Grant ends at like 23 or 24 points every single night. So, hard to really say which one he's going to end on tonight. I do think the under hits. Will it be a Jeremy Grant night? Will it be a Sadiq Bey night? Will it be a Mason Plumlee night? That's But with all that aside, I do think Mason Plumlee can hit those rebounds. I'm going to look at Mason Plumlee's stats recently. Yeah, what's up, Damien? No, man, shout out to you. You're busy, man. That's all good. You keep up the grind. Keep grinding, and thanks for all your support regardless. But yeah, I would take Plumlee. He's done it pretty consistently for the last 6 games. He's playing a lot more minutes. He's not playing a ton of minutes, but it's against the Rockets. They give up a lot of rebounds to opposing centers and big man. I wouldn't be surprised to see Plumlee hit that. So I'd probably go Christian Wood. If I had to pick them in order, Christian Wood, Plumlee, and then Jeremy Grant. Jeremy Grant misses a lot of shots, and then you just sometimes don't ever see him shoot again. You got DeLon Wright chucking it up and all that. Would I take Draymond Green over 8.5 assists? Probably not. When I look at Draymond, and I honestly, last night when I was doing research to pick player props for today, I did want to take Draymond Green's rebounds and assists over. I thought it was 16.5 combined, and that's when I found out that Curry was not playing. And when Curry's not there, I feel like there's going to be a lot more ISO ball. They won't move the ball as fluidly because Curry makes this offense work so well. The defense focuses so much on Steph Curry that it's easier for Draymond to pick apart. But yep, I would probably lean the under, but I'm not gonna. Draymond could easily drop a triple-double tonight, and I wouldn't be surprised. Chris Lillard under 46.5 PRAs. That's a good That's a good question. How did Dame Lillard play against? Didn't the Mavs play them earlier this year? How did they? How did he play against the Mavericks earlier? Because obviously Dame was a letdown last night. I won't lie to you. I went to bed thinking, you know what? He has like 30 points. All he needs is like 10 more in the fourth, and then the man did not get a single assist. But the last time they played, Dame had 34, 11, and 3 rebounds. It's hard betting an under on Damian Lillard. That's where I come from. It's hard to bet an under on Damian Lillard, and that's literally how I feel. I don't like to touch his unders because he could drop 50 points on your head, and then you look like an idiot. So I'd probably stay away from betting Lillard under 46.5 PRAs unless you had to. I don't hate the bet, but I wouldn't bet on it. LeVert assists. I haven't looked at LeVert, but I have looked at Satoransky. A lot of people like Satoransky's rebounds and assist line, so I like both of those. I think LeVert will play more minutes, and I could see him hitting his assist prop, whatever it is. Trying to decide on Conley's points tonight versus. I know you don't mean versus Utah. Who are they playing? They were playing the Raptors. I don't like betting on Jazz players. Rio, I'll talk about that in a second. Rio, have you made any changes to your bets from your morning vid? I haven't really made any changes. Christian Wood came out 18.5. I still like all the unders. The under in the Pistons game and the under in the Warriors game. I like both of those. All the other bets have kind of stayed the same. None of the lines have moved too much. The injuries are still no real notable injuries that I can think of. Still like Tatum's over. Pretty much every bet that I talked about that it's in my video or on our website, callingourshot.com, they overlap. They're the same exact kind of thing, same exact content. I still like. All right, so back to Conley. Oh man, Mike Conley. Isn't it if I'm not mistaken, Mike Conley's line, and shout out to all the 30 people in here. Mike Conley's line, leave your questions in the chat and I'll get into them. But Mike Conley, he's one of those players that it's hard to bet on because I feel like every time I look at his stats, he drops like 2 points on my head. But 17, 23, 20, 18 points, I think he can hit that. I expect a high-scoring game in Toronto, which is technically Tampa Bay for the time being. I think Mike Conley can hit that over tonight. You could definitely make worse bets on the slate. I can give you that. Wouldn't bet on DeMar yet. DeMar, if you're in for a passion play, DeMar's obviously returning from his dad's funeral, which prayers to him and his family. But, we're not going to take that lightly. That is a tough situation. But, yeah, I probably would stay away from DeMar DeRozan. We don't know what kind of version he'll be mental health-wise. I know I believe he has struggled with mental health in the past, probably why he sat out a couple games. So I would probably stick away from DeMar in a betting standpoint. So prayers to him and his family. Hope everything is good. We're moving into your picks. Fox over 25.5 points. If I'm not mistaken, Fox has like 27 in 4 or 5 straight games. Christian would like it. Doncic over 28.5 points. I normally lean towards Doncic, Luka's points, rebounds, and assists line, but I could see him hitting that over 28.5 points. He's a beast. Vucevic over 27.5 points. That is a lot of points. I probably would not touch Vucevic just personally because, he has roasted the Nets alive, but the Magic could be blown out in this game, and I don't want you to be subject to just seeing your player sit on the bench. That's rough. DeMar DeRozan over 19.5 points. Like I was just talking about, I'd probably stay away from DeMar tonight, but DeMar DeRozan could hit that in his sleep. He normally averages 22, 23 points per game, I think. So I wouldn't be mad at taking DeMar's over. But yeah, like you said, wouldn't bet on him. Not someone that I'm necessarily betting on. What games will you be sweating? So that's watching tonight. What's up, John? I will probably, honestly, I'll watch some NBA. I'll probably have NBA on one screen, some March Madness on another. I'm just kind of flipping back and forth and seeing what's out there. I won't be watching any team specifically. Not really. Maybe. Normally when I watch my bets, they normally go worse. So I'll probably stay far away. Anthony Edwards, the Mavs, Blazers going over 228. AJ, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. Let's dive into the numbers real quick. Right, the Mavs are favored, if I'm not mistaken. The Mavs are favored, and in games in which they are favored on the road, which I believe, don't quote me, I believe that's what they are tonight. They are the over is 6-2. So odds are on your side. Obviously, I would always take an over over and under in a Blazers game. They don't play much defense, so I lean the over. There should be a lot of threes chucked up, and they're going to have to miss a lot for that under to hit. Anthony Edwards over 23.5 or Booker over 27.5. I like both of those lines. Anthony Edwards finally got some respect, but he just dropped a career-high 40 points. He literally shoots enough to hit this over himself. Like, he shot 30, 31 times last night. And while I expect the game to be lower scoring, but the man is coming off 40 points. He's had 20, 22 or something plus points in like 7 or 8 straight games. I take Anthony Edwards, but then Devin Booker, he always roasts the Timberwolves alive. Him and Karl Anthony Towns are good friends, so I guess he wants to give it to him on the court. I don't know. So I like both of them. I think both of them should hit tonight. You think Joe Harris is going to hit 3 threes? His line was very low. You said you'd bet Edwards 30.5 PRAs. Yeah. No, I mean, I feel like if you're going to bet his, we'll get into that Joe Harris question. I feel like if you're going to bet on Anthony Edwards, you might as well take his points because it's not like he's normally filling up the stat sheet with 5 assists and 5 rebounds to make it worth it to take a points, rebounds, and assist line like Luka or maybe a Giannis or a Jokic. Then they can kind of give you some wiggle room there. I would probably just prefer Anthony Edwards straight up, just his points over his points, rebounds, and assists. That's personally. While I have people in here, William, no, I'm not doing 1,000 free throws, but I do need an 1,000 subscriber idea. Obviously, we're at like 1,230 subscribers, which is unreal. But last time for 500 subscribers, I made 500 free throws. And if you haven't seen that video, it is a long one, like 20 minutes long, but it's well worth it. It was very grueling. I almost passed out in that video. So I made 500 free throws for 500 subscribers, and now I want to do something for 1,000, but I don't have a good idea, and I can't do 1,000 free throws. I'll probably die. I will literally die. I would be out in the Florida heat for 8 hours probably, something insane. And I just don't have much interest in being out there. 500, 2,800. I don't know what the heck you're saying, Damien. So Joe Harris. Will Joe Harris hit 3 threes tonight? Let's dive into the numbers. Joe Harris, his 3-point. I assume the over is probably pretty juiced, as in that's probably minus 150 or something like that, because Joe Harris is normally accustomed to hitting that pretty frequently in his career. Sorry, I'm trying to pull up his game log. Joe Harris is at 5, 3, 2, 3. I mean, yeah, he's hit it pretty consistently. Against the Magic, the last time they played, he had 4. What about against the Magic? He's had 4 in each of the games against the Magic. So I'm all for taking Joe Harris over 2.5 threes if that's what you got. I think that's a good enough bet. Suns minus 11. Yeah, I'm all in on the Suns tonight. The line doesn't make any sense. The line makes absolutely 0 sense in terms of the Suns being favored by this many points again after they just lost outright. So I would lean the Suns to cover and also the under in that game, because that would be the exact opposite of what happened last night. What about Vucevic's rebounds? Vucevic has been absolutely killing it. He's been dogging the Nets in the games that they've played. So I do like the bet. If I could guarantee the Magic would be in this game, I would take it 9 times out of 10. That is the problem. I don't know if the Magic will be in the game tonight against the Brooklyn Nets, which is why I lean towards the under. Or not the under for Vucevic. I just lean to be entirely off of it. 1,000 subscriber video series on smart betting. That sounds lame, Joker Jokic. Yeah, I need 1,000 subscriber ideas, so drop them in the comments. And I'll get to your guys' questions. I'm moving down the list. Prop bet on Denver versus Chicago, over, under, or spread. Prop bet, I'm taking Michael Porter Jr., riding him into the ground. If he's going to wrong me, he's going to wrong me tonight, and I'll welcome it. As for over, under, or spread, I'd prefer the spread, and I don't know why I'm saying this, but I would prefer the Bulls to cover. I don't know why. The Bulls have covered. They're 12-4 on the road this season, so I think then the Bulls are playing better, minus that collapse. That collapse against who they play, the Spurs. I think it was the Spurs, an utter collapse. They're up by 23 points, and they absolutely just choked it away. Besides that, the Bulls have played better with their newer starting lineup with Satoransky in there, moving Wendell Carter to the bench, I believe, and Kobe White to the bench. Yeah, Joe Harris over 13.5 points. A lot of people like saying that in the chat or in my comments of my YouTube videos, so I'd like that. LaVine over Corey, I'm getting into yours. Bam over 4.5 assists. I like it. Tatum over 25.5 points. You know I'm on that. Plumlee over 9.5 rebounds. We talked about that just a little bit earlier. It's going to be close. I think he'll hit 10 or he's going to end up at like 8. So not something I love. And then Jonas Valanciunas, I hate that man. I will not bet on him ever again. So you can keep him, and I'll talk. And then Levine's over smells. Something's wrong. Either he's getting like injured tonight, and FanDuel somehow is a fix in for that, or something. Because Levine's been balling out all year, averaging I think 28, 30 points a game, and then they hit you with a 24.5 tonight. It makes you think, what do they know? Why is he only dropping like 20 points tonight? I know he didn't play well last game, but it's Zach LaVine. He's averaging 29, 30 points a game, so probably would take the over. I mean, I don't know. I'd probably stay away from LaVine, but I do like Bam. I like Tatum. I like Plumlee. Jonas Valanciunas, I just don't bet Jonas Valanciunas. I can't. The one time I did bet on Jonas Valanciunas, he treated me to 4 fouls in about 8 minutes of playing, and I said, nope, I'm not doing this. He just fouls. That's all he does. Points haven't gone up after. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I could see like LaVine could hit that with ease, or they have an insider fix. So I say send it. You can send it. Obviously, it could hurt. 1,000 scoops of ice cream. All right, Mike. I like the idea. I'm in. The link to the NBA Discord won't work. Okay, if the link won't work to the NBA Discord, it should be a. Sorry, the link's not working. I thought it would work, but I will have to look into adding that. I don't. Sorry, on the fly, real quick. All right, if you want to join our Discord, I'm going to put the link. Hopefully that link works. Yeah, try to click that link and see if that one works that I just put in the chat. I think that should work. All right, moving into some more. Any locks? My favorite bets of the day, if I had to pick 3, I take the under. Joker has a lot of picks. We can talk about his in a second. I take the under in the Pistons Rockets game, the under in the Warriors Grizzlies game, and probably Michael Porter Jr. over 24.5 points versus rebounds. It might be 25.5. He's had 28, at least 28 in the last 5 straight games. I think he can hit that with ease. Do you like Oubre for Golden State to go over 15.5? Well, what's up, John? I know you're always here normally in the live stream. Someone told me Kelly Oubre was out, so now I'm confused. Is Kelly Oubre playing tonight? Is he out? I don't know. Tipster Tom, you're a legend. Thanks for all your support. I see your Twitter too, man. You guys are going crazy over there. I normally look at your bets that you post. And I believe you're normally a soccer person, but shout out to you for always being in our comments and helping us out. What are your favorite picks for tonight, Austin? Well, this is Austin, asking Austin, but I think I just gave you my 3 favorite, the under in the Grizzlies and Warriors game, and then the under in the Warriors versus, I just said that, Grizzlies Warriors game under, and Knicks versus Rockets versus Pistons under, and then Michael Porter Jr. Those are probably my 3 favorite. Magic lost by 30 plus last time, and Vooch still at 28. Yeah, he's literally all they had. But I think, if I'm not mistaken, the Magic lost that game by 30 plus, and they didn't have Ross or Fournier or Aaron Gordon. I don't know who of those 3 will be playing tonight. That's going to hurt Vooch's scoring, and they could still get blown out just as likely. What do we think of my picks tonight? There's a Joe Val. Yeah. Any prop bets for the Nets? I'm not touching too much of the Nets tonight. I did like Kyrie Irving's 3-pointer. Almost made that one of my player props that I was going to bet on. He's hit that pretty consistently. But other than that, I haven't touched much. I don't think James Harden will get a triple-double tonight, but I do have him in the long shot or the triple-double parlay of the day. So, yeah, Harden triple-double plus money. I don't think he gets a triple-double tonight. That's part of me. That's part of his part. Yeah, my parlay of the day is the Nets. I don't envision the Nets losing to Nets losing to the Magic. The Magic are god-awful, and I'm a Magic fan, so I'm allowed to say it. Any Magic truthers in there, you go for it. You can trash me. We'll get into Joker's picks in 2 minutes. I don't see anything else in here. So, all right, we're jumping into Joker's picks. Joker is a legend on the channel, and so he deserves this. He deserves us to go through these picks. and that's what we're going to do. Austin Hamlin, I see you joined the Discord. Shout out to you. So thanks for joining. I see we got a couple people just from when I went live. There's a lot of people in here. All right, I'll answer those questions after this video. Joker, here are your picks. Ricky Rubio under 21.5 PRAs. Love that bet. I have that one as well. I don't think Ricky Rubio can hit that. The Timberwolves and Suns, it might be a lower scoring game, and Rubio struggled. What did he combine for? 12 last time they played last night? I'll take it. Also, my Discord wall. Wait, oh, that's you. That's who walking out the bank like. I did not know that was you, Alexander. Now I can put a face to the name. I had no idea. I know that you always post very detailed answers and responses and bets and stuff like that. So shout out to you. Thanks for helping everyone out in the Discord. Really does mean a lot. All right, Joker, what else you got? You're all in on the Joker train. Hey, I like this. This is the way to get back on track. Jokic over 36.5 points and rebounds. Love it. Jokic triple-double and a Nuggets win. Probably getting good value on that. And then Jokic I think can hit that pretty easily. He'll be feeding MPJ, getting me some assists. Okay, sorry, I call you Alex. I got you. Just don't, you never know. You never know. Jonas Valanciunas 15 plus in a Grizzlies win. That's an L if I've ever seen one. Jonas, best they can do is like 12 points. I forget who said it. Evan, were you the one that said that every time you bet on Jonas Valanciunas, he always stinks? Huh. Nealon, are you already in our Discord? Try using the link in the description of my videos. Maybe that one will work. I really don't know. It's the Calling Our Shot Discord. There's 200 plus members, so I don't know what's going on with the link. Zach LaVine over 35.5 points, rebounds, assists. Maybe we like that line more than his points because his points smells weird. Maybe he gets a lot of rebounds and assists. I don't hate it. A long shot parlay of the day inspired by Constu plus 1,800. Nuggets money line. Love it. Nikola Jokic over 25 points. Nikola Jokic over 10 rebounds. MPJ 15 plus. MPJ 2 plus threes. Jamal Murray 4 assists. Jesus, it's a mouthful. That is a lot of. What is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 leg parlay. You're asking for a lot plus 1,800. Put a full unit on it. Don't actually put a unit. Never put a unit on a parlay unless it's a safe one that still has the normal odds that a normal parlay would be. Putting anything more than that, and you're asking to get wronged. Ronak, I believe that is how I pronounce his name. These are his bets of the day. Ricky Rubio under 21.5. We're all in on that. Jason Tatum over 25.5. Like him. Jaylen Brown over 1.5 threes. Jaylen Brown's been killing the three-pointers. Look at that line if you're interested. Michael Porter Jr., like that bet. Rockets Pistons under. Buddy Hield over 4.5 rebounds. Someone in our Discord, it might have been Alex. Walking out the bank that said it. And I think Buddy Hield's rebounds is a good bet to make tonight. Luka Doncic over in points, rebounds, assists, 46.5. Luka's a legend. He can do that in just points alone. Bam Adebayo, 4.5 assists. We like that over. Joe Harris. Geez, we already talked about literally like 9 of the, like basically all of these. Vucevic, we talked about him. If the Magic can keep that game close, we're in. James Harden, double-double. Jokic, double-double. And then Domantas Sabonis, double-double. I like all of them. I think all your bets are pretty good. And then Alex, we'll get into your picks. I know you talked about Kemba Walker over 4.5 assists, that you really like that one. I can get behind that. I liked your analysis. Satoransky over 5.5 assists. Agree with that one. Satoransky's been playing really well. Darius Garland over 5.5 assists. I would have to look at that one to know more about it. Vucevic over 25.5 points. Like I said, if the Magic can keep in this game, even if it's until the fourth quarter, and then they just lose based on like a late run by the Nets, Vucevic should hit that. Jokic over 36.5 points versus points and rebounds. I see you are you and Joker Jokic are both on that same line, and Jimmy Butler over 14.5 rebounds plus assists. I like that one as well. I don't know what this symbol is for parlay, but Luka, Jokic, and Vucevic over 25 points. I like them. And then added before tip-off, Joe Harris over 13.5 points. Hey, I like them all. What does this symbol stand for? It's the itch parlay. Okay, I see. Well, it's a themed parlay, so a themed parlay always hits. That's just how it works. All right. Let me see. What other questions you guys got? 10 leg, bro. Yeah, he's crazy. Wiggins over 19.5. Someone didn't tell me, is Kelly Oubre playing tonight? Why does no one want to tell me these things? John Wall. Oh, could it go? Oh, John Wall and Victor Oladipo in the lineup. Dang, I did not know John Wall would be active tonight. I'd still lean the under just because the Pistons can't score points, but John Wall doesn't help the under's sake. I won't lie to you. I did not think he was playing tonight. So, I don't love that. I see Oubre was upgraded to questionable, so maybe he's active. So, I guess maybe wait on him. Wait on Wiggins, maybe. Okay, Discord says Oubre's in, so... yeah, I don't know. Oubre and Wiggins are both are liable to go 3 for 20. I'd probably pivot to other player props. Just my thoughts. I'd probably pivot off of Oubre and Wiggins because I don't know what to expect in that game. RotoWire has Wall starting. Yeah, Wall starting does not help my under pick in that game because John Wall, as you know, he's a speed demon and he normally speeds up the game. I'd be curious to see what John Wall's record is in games that he starts in terms of overs. Has the over-under line gone up since he was announced in? We're at 215 and a half, and I believe, it hasn't changed 1 point. That means better for the Rockets, though. Better for Rockets, betters. All right, George, what's up, George? How are you doing? My top pick of the day is probably, if you're doing player prop, I would do Michael Porter Jr. over 25 and a half points versus rebounds. He's been absolutely smashing that lately. Probably bet on that. And then my other one would be if I had to bet a proper spread or a spread or an over-under, I'd probably take the under in the Grizzlies versus Warriors game. I don't think they hit that. I don't think the Warriors have enough points in them to score over 100, even 100 points tonight. Christian Wood, better bet Christian Wood over 17 and a half points. Yeah, the Christian Wood's line dropped, but I think John Wall's smart enough to feed. If John Wall and Oladipo are smart enough to feed Christian Wood, they know this Rockets game the Rockets season is all but over. They're not making the playoffs. Just let Christian Wood have one. Just let him eat. Just let him eat one time against the Pistons. Then you can take all the shots in the world. Man, I'm getting frustrated at the Rockets. Do we think the Rockets are going to win tonight? Will they snap their 18-game win streak? They are a favorite for the first time in 2 years. Will they do it? So I answer your question, George. Walking out the bank, Alex, man, you're a legend in the channel as well. So shout out to you. Points, rebounds, and assists. I don't know which one you're talking about, Deshaun. Boston moneyline. Hey, I picked Boston moneyline last time they played the Cavs and they lost. I do think there's no way Boston loses, right, to the Kings, right? There's no way they lose, right? Or am I crazy? There's no way that the Boston Celtics will lose to the Sacramento Kings, right? I take the over in that game too, but Tatum over 25 and a half points. Yeah, we're all on the Tatum train. If I were to look at my analysis from earlier, which is typed up on our website, callingourshot.com. If you haven't been there, go check it out. There's a lot of things going on. But let's see my exact numbers for Mr. Tatum. I do know he had 27 points the last time these two teams played. And then when you look at it, and he shot 11 for 26. He has 27 plus points in 4 of his last 5 back-to-back 29-point games. We're all in on Tatum. I think he can score at will tonight against the Kings, so that's why we're liking. Who you like for steals? Julio, I've never bet on steals. I've hardly ever seen that prop ever in there. Lorenzo, thanks for letting me know that Wall is on a minutes restriction. That's a good sign. Yeah. Julio, I'm curious, have you had success? On betting on steals? If you have, let me know because I've never touched a steals prop. And honestly, you never see steals props until you get to, until it's a live bet. And I don't know why that's the case, but you never see steal props or turnover props until the game's already started. Unless I'm missing it somewhere. Maybe I am. Yeah, Alex. Yeah, as a Celtics fan, don't bet on us for the sake of your wallets. Yeah, you are right, sir. MPJ over 16.5 points or set 25.5 points, rebounds, assists. I take the over 25.5 points, rebounds, assists. The last time these two teams played, he did hit the 17 points, but he dropped 15 rebounds. So God forbid he ends at like 16 points. I want the rebounds. He's been killing it lately, so I'd take that. Yeah, let me know on steal props. All right, well, who do I like more, Brown or Tatum over in their points, 24.5 or 25.5? Personally, I prefer Tatum just because I've seen Jaylen Brown pass down shots. Haven't really seen Jason Tatum pass down a lot of shots. I do like both of them. I mean, this game, you see the over-under 237, maybe even more or less. What is the exact number at the moment? Or no, not 237. That is my mistake. That was a different game. 232. It should be a high-scoring game. I do like the over in that Kings-Celtics game. You'd want to look at, I think the Kings always give up like 115 points. And I think Brown and Tatum will both have big games. If I had to choose one, I would take it. The under in Rubio, points, rebounds, assists. Sorry. Yeah. We're all in on the Ricky Rubio under 21.5 points, rebounds, assists. Last game he had 12. The first time they played the Suns, I don't remember what he had, but it wasn't 20, 21 what you would need to hit the over. And like I said, I think the Suns will win this game, and I think they win it handily. I do like the Suns' first quarter prop. I believe they're 4-point first quarter favorites. I do like them to win the first quarter pretty handily, get out to a big lead, and that means you might see a lot more Jalen Noel. I believe his name's Jalen Noel, the backup for the Timberwolves. And so that's kind of why I'm off of Ricky Rubio. I'm taking his under and riding it to the bank. Sexton 25 or Garland 17. I would lean. If I had to pick one, I'm taking Garland under 17 points. I just haven't heard of Garland hitting that too frequently, and I've seen Garland drop like 9 points in a game. Sexton's always he's a ball hog. He's gonna shoot a bunch, especially tonight in the matchup that they have against the Spurs. I think he can just fill it up and score a lot of points. But I don't like the Garland prop. I'd probably take Garland's under. You like Lauri Markkanen over 23.5 points, rebounds, assists. Lauri's been killing it lately, and you know what? Just for the sake of my own knowledge, I want to look at how Lauri Markkanen, his actual stats. I feel like he threw in a bad game somewhere in here. But how are your March Madness brackets doing? Who's your upset of the day? Besides Oral Roberts, I mean upset in terms of rest of the game. I'm going to pick, and don't do whatever you want with this. I think Morehead State will not only cover, but they will win outright against West Virginia tonight. If that goes poorly, I didn't say it. It wasn't me. Yeah, Lauri Markkanen, he's hit it in 3 of 5. I do like the matchup against, all right, they play the Nuggets. I do like the matchup. I don't think Jokic will come out of the paint too much, and so that's kind of why I'm leaning. I think someone could. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. I see a bunch of chat things coming in. I think Lauri Markkanen should hit that easily for you. What's a good 3-teamer prop bet? I assume you want. If we're gonna talk spreads, I'm gonna take the Heat. If I had to pick spreads, I'd take the Heat, the Grizzlies, and the Suns. I think those are your 3 best spreads in terms of who's going to cover tonight. But I would probably take money line wise or the Nets. All 4 of those teams should cover. Heat, Grizzlies, even the Rockets. I think a lot of the favorites cover tonight. That'll probably go poorly. Every underdog will win tonight. But that is something to think about. But if you had to take money line, I don't think the Nets lose. You're safe. You take your safe plays. You got Nets. You got Nets, Suns, and then who's the last one that's a bigger favorite? I don't remember the last team. Some team's another big. Nets and Nuggets. Are you still taking Rockets, Warriors under with John Wall back? Yes, David, I'm still on the under. Don't love it as much. I thought John Wall would be out. But when you think about it, you got John Wall's back. He should be on a minutes restriction. And my whole point for taking the under was that the Warriors can't score, or the Pistons, the Rockets play the Pistons. The Pistons can't score points. I saw them play against the Hornets, and it was a clank fest. It was absolutely god-awful basketball to watch. And so even if the Rockets play a little faster, not convinced the Pistons will, and not convinced the Pistons will knock down shots. LaVine over 24.5 points. We were just talking about this, man. That line smells something's wrong. Obviously, I'd probably take it if I had to, but I would not be surprised to see LaVine hit the under tonight. It seems much lower than his normal props should be. So, do I want to take it? Yes, sort of. I want to take LaVine's over tonight, but Will I take it? Probably not. I'll probably stick away from it because I don't like when lines are that far off of what they should be, you know. Someone in our bracket pool called the Oregon State upset. Hey, shout out to them. Tyler, big fan of you, man. Thanks for your support. Magic money line? Absolutely not. I'm not betting on the Magic to win any games. Even last night, they had a good showing against the my New York Knicks. Still couldn't pull it out. Someone in the Discord pointed out Lonnie Walker over 8.5 points. Like, I think Lonnie Walker might not hit that over because sometimes he doesn't get enough minutes. That's normally the reason for Lonnie Walker, not because he's bad or because he shouldn't have hit it consistently. He just sometimes might not get enough minutes in the game tonight. Do I think Jimmy gets 25? He had 7 games in a row and 24 last game. I think Jimmy Butler can get 25 points again tonight. I mean, he had 24 last game and they only scored 85 points, so he should be able to hit that tonight. It's the Pacers. I do like the under in the game overall, but the Pacers don't. I wish if TJ Warren was playing, I'd put a stack on Jimmy Butler's over just cuz you know that's how it is. He's got a beef with TJ Warren, Jimmy Butler does, so that's why I lean for that under or for the over. Steph, thanks Joker. Steph was announced out for tonight and doubtful for tomorrow, so something to consider. And then thoughts about Utah Jazz versus the Raptors. One, I'm never betting on the Utah Jazz again after they just got absolutely demolished by the Wizards. And then the Raptors are getting healthy. Both of these teams they're hard to gauge. The Raptors could come out and win this outright, win by 10, 15 points. Will they? I don't think so. I think Mike Conley makes a much bigger difference for this Jazz team than he gets credit for. So I hate saying it. I think the Jazz will win tonight. The Raptors just haven't been good either. But I do not, and I repeat, I do not like betting on this game or these two teams at all. Submit your final questions. I'm going to be wrapping this up in a couple minutes. Any news on Gobert tonight? I think that I completely even forgot. I think Gobert is out. So, like I said, I just don't know. If Gobert's out, it's hard for me to even bet on I probably want to bet the over, honestly, in that game. Because the over already normally hits a majority of Jazz games. And now you're talking about taking out easily their best defender. Royce O'Neal's decent, so is Mike Conley. But I'd probably lean the over than picking a spread straight up. The Raptors score a lot of points, shoot a lot of threes. Exactly what the Jazz do, too. Plus, they'll probably start Derek Favors at center if Rudy Gobert is out. So, probably what I would lean towards the over more so than the Raptors or the Jazz to cover outright. Any last minute questions before we wrap it on up? Obviously, one, I got to say thank you guys so much. Peace out, Lorenzo. Thanks for joining. We're going to wrap this up in 2 minutes. One, I want to say thank you guys so much for the support recently. We're trying to get up to 1,300 subscribers. Maybe we'll hit that tomorrow. Either way, let's have a killer night tonight for everyone. I hope everyone's bets go well. That will make a lot of money. As always, like I said, always do your research. The good thing you always want to do is make sure that if you're going to lose a bet, it's a bad beat and not a bad bet. So we talked about that. The difference between that yesterday, a bad beat is something like, you pick Jokic is over and he only shoots 7 times. Stuff like that you can't control. A player gets injured, that's a bad beat. Like a game goes to overtime and you had the under, that's a bad beat. Stuff like that. A bad bet would be, in my opinion, is picking something that normally doesn't happen, but you're picking it just to be a contrarian. That's normally how I kind of quantify it. But yeah, if you guys don't have any other questions, thank you guys again. Click that like and subscribe button. We had about 30 plus people in here the whole time, so it means a lot. I do want to make a quick note. No live stream tomorrow. I will be busy Saturday night. So if you got any questions for tomorrow, leave them in the comments or DM me on Discord. Leave them in the comments and I'll answer them throughout the day. Or send them to me in Discord or DM me on Twitter or Instagram, your kind of bets, and then I will be certain and happy to answer your questions. Be sure to click that subscribe button if you are new. We're grinding over here. We're grinding. Yeah, and I hope you guys enjoyed the basketball. We got a lot of basketball on this weekend, not just NBA. We don't have a lot of games on Saturday. I won't lie to you, kind of why we're not streaming at 6 p.m. But we are normally here at 6 p.m. Eastern every single day. We won't be here Saturday, but that's okay. There's only 5 or 6 games on tomorrow, so it'll be a weird slate. We'll still have our normal video. We'll also have our video for March Madness picks, which I will post either late tonight or in the morning. So check that out. We'll see how I'm going to bet every single game in March Madness. So I'll give you my videos at the beginning of, or my record at the beginning of the videos. And we're just doing it for fun. I'm not necessarily an NCAA basketball guru, but who doesn't like watching March Madness? There's upsets left and right. Saw Oral Roberts win already, and then we're going to have Morehead State win later tonight against Virginia. Speaking that into existence. If it doesn't happen, it wasn't my fault. But yeah, make sure to follow us. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Click that like button. Thank you guys again so much for the support. If you have any questions, feel free to DM me or just at me in the Discord. I'll be in there pretty active tonight. Like I said, it's been Austin. Good luck on your bets tonight. Go kill those books. Let's beat the books together. Thanks again for all the support. I'll catch you guys tomorrow in the videos, and then I'll catch you guys again Sunday live stream Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Maybe a little early because the Sunday games start at 1 o'clock, so maybe we'll start earlier that day. Who knows? Find out in the videos. I'll come up with a schedule. This has been Austin. You guys are absolutely the best. I'll see you guys tomorrow for some more videos. Good luck tonight. Let's kill those bookies. Peace out.